This is a tutorial in how to create a Polaroid collage in CorelDRAW. So if we look at this artwork here or graphic, if you notice that there's a picture behind this Polaroid. So we're going to do this kind of effect. So first of all, you have to create this Polaroid boxes first. So the Polaroid boxes is really easy to do. So you go to your rectangular tool and create a rectangle. Let's say that size. Okay. And I will go to my interactive contour. So you click on that, and in here in the property bar, I want to go inside, so my contour going inside, and I only have one step, so that's fine. And here, this is the distance. Okay, so if I go here, it's too much distance, and I think this is fine. Okay, now if you notice, the Polaroid is in here, it's wider than the top one. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to make this wider in here, the bottom. So but if I click on the contour, it's grouped together. So what I'll do, I'll go to my arrange and click on break group, contour group apart. So click on that, and now these ones are not grouped anymore. I just click on undo here. Now I can adjust the box. Okay, so let's say this is fine, like this is okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click on the outer box, and I'm going to fill it white. So I'll fill it with white, and okay, so fill that white, and this inner square, I'm going to put it a different color. I'll just make it gray for now. Okay. So now I'm going to group this, and Control G to group, or you go arrange group. Now this is the source of our picture, so we'll just leave it there for now, because our objective now is I am going to just make multiple Polaroids, and then I'm going to make it just put here, and then I'll just click, and then I'll just rotate, and what I'll do, I'll duplicate it or plus sign your keyboard, and then I'll move it here and click one more time, and then rotate, and then duplicate again, plus sign your keyboard, and then I'm going to rotate again. Okay, plus sign in your keyboard again, or Control D to duplicate, and I will create some Polaroids around here. It's random Polaroid. Okay, so duplicate that, rotate a little bit, duplicate again, move it again, and maybe one more, and duplicate and move it back. Now to make it interesting, it's best that you can reorder it. Say for example here, this one is on top, so I go to arrange, order to front of page, or the shortcut key for that is shift page up for bring it up to the front. Okay, so for example this one, I want that to front, so arrange, order to front of page, and maybe this one I go arrange, order, forward one, means to say it's one step forward, and this one I'll bring it to back. You go order to back of page, or shift page down. Okay, maybe I'll just move that a little bit. Right. Now this one I can rotate. I think I did it to rotate so that the eyes won't be, so the eyes would be more exposed. So this is an inverted Polaroid picture, so I'll do the same like that. Okay, so now I'm gonna move this one because I'm gonna put the eyes in there. So okay, so I think I'm done. Okay, and maybe this one I'll move it around like this. Okay, so just move it here in the center. Now this background here actually is just, if I zoom in here, it's just a texture. Okay, it's a very interesting texture. So I'll make a box. I'll just make a box like that, a rectangular box. I'll bring it to the middle or the center. Okay, that actually is a texture. So if you go to your fill here and then click on texture fill, it's actually vegetation, but because when you click, there's lots of textures here that you can experiment. And what's good in here is that when you click on vegetation, like say for example vegetation, you can actually change the shade. See, right now it's green and like light green, so you can change the values of that. Let's say I'll make that dark brown because that's more dark brown, and this one is this one here. Okay, you have a chance to preview it first. Okay, I think that looks fine and that matches my original one, and I'll click OK. Okay, so obviously this one is in front, so I go arrange order to back of page or shift page down. Okay, I'll move that picture there. Okay, so now the next thing I have to do is, the concept of this is that I'm going to do a smart fill on this exposed gray box, and then what I'll do, I'll power clip the image of the girl. So now I'm going to go to my smart fill tool. Okay, I'm going to pour, click this, and this. Okay, so now I have this one's here, okay, which is exposed. Now I'm going to combine all of those 2, 4, 6, 8 those Polaroid boxes where I use the smart fill. So I click, okay, hold down Control, click this one. Okay, so click this. Okay, Shift. Okay, Shift or Control. Just go Shift, 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 Shift. So I'm selecting multiple objects now. I'm selecting all these sand color shapes. Okay, so I know it's 8 objects because if you look at the status bar here, it says 8 objects selected. So I'm done. That's 8. Okay, and I'm going to combine that. So click on Combine. Okay, so those are combined. If I'll move this away from it, so that's my actual objects, and I'm going to power clip this picture onto that one. So I'll just undo it so that it will stay to the original position. Now this time I'm going to put the photo in here. Okay, I'll put the photo in there. Okay, and then I can edit the position later. Okay, so now I have this picture behind. So I click on the photograph. You know it's a photograph, okay, because it's a JPEG here. And I go to Effects, Power Clip, place inside the container, and my container is the combined this one's the combined boxes that I just created. Click, and there you go. Now I hit F4 to zoom out, and if you notice, it's close, it's really close to the original, but I noticed the eyes here. Okay, it's a different position. Anyway, you can still edit the position of the photograph of the girl by clicking on the object or the power clip curve, and you would know here it's power clip curve. And then you can go to effects, power clip. You're gonna edit the contents, right? Click on edit contents, and in here you can see that the contents is your photograph. And see this, I don't know if you can see it, but this one's here is your power clip curve. Now what I'll do, I will just reposition it, as I want more of the eyes to be exposed. So, and actually you can also enlarge it if you want. There, I think that's a good position here, because the eyebrows is seen, and that one, and a little bit of the fingers, and I think I'm good. So once you're done, you just click on finish edit objects. There. I think I'm satisfied with the position now, because the eyes is exposed and the features are, you can see the features now. Now you notice in the original here, there's no outline in the Polaroid. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the outline of the Polaroid here. Okay, to make it faster, I'll just select all of this, because I want to remove the outline of the texture too, and then right mouse click on this icon here for no outline. Okay, so you notice there's no outline anymore, which makes it a good makes it good. Now you notice too there's a drop shadow in like around the Polaroid. So let's go click on one Polaroid, and then we go to the interactive drop shadow, which can be located in here, drop shadow. So I'll just click and drag there. Okay, the drop shadow is lots of spread in the drop shadow, so I can control it by moving the slider to the left. Okay, and in here I'll make it darker, the drop shadow to be a little bit darker here. So I think I'm okay with that drop shadow. Now I already have the drop shadow of that, so what I'll do, I'll just copy the drop shadow. So I click on this first Polaroid box, and I go to effects, go to copy effects, and drop shadow from. Okay, now you're going to have an arrow there, so CorelDRAW is asking which shadow do you want to copy. So I'll copy the shadow here, the first shadow that I did. Okay, just a tip here, you have to click on the drop shadow, you don't click on the object. So I click on the drop shadow of the first one I did, and see it has that one already. Okay, now I'll continue by going to the next rectangle or the next Polaroid box and go to effects, copy effect, drop shadow from. I go this one here. Okay, I go the next one, effects, copy effects, drop shadow, this one, copy drop shadow from, choose this one, and this, effects, copy. Okay, so just click on yes and click on the drop shadow here, effects, drop shadow from. Okay, this is a good thing so that you can copy the exact property of the first drop shadow that you've done, and this one will be the last one. Okay, so now I'm good, so everything's fine, and then let's compare it to the original one. Now the original one has this it's like a border which fades, it's a dark border that fades. Actually, if I move that there, See, it's only a rectangle with the transparency onto black transparency. So Control Z or undo. So what I'll do, I'll create a box. Okay. Now if you want to snap to that endpoint, you click on Alt Z. Okay, Alt Z, or you can actually also go to View and then click on Snap to Object or Alt Z. Yeah. So it snaps to every endpoint. So see this one? It shows the node. So just click on that. See, it says it's the edge. Okay. I'm going to do this first. Okay, so I'm going to make this black. Okay. I'll remove the outline by right mouse click on this X icon here. Okay. So there's no outline anymore. And I'll go to my interactive transparency. So I'll just click and drag going to the right. Okay, I have that. And I'll move it there. And you notice it has like a muddy effect here. Okay, that's because this one is normal, but once I click on multiply, see, it has a nicer effect. Okay, now if I already know that this one, what I'll do, I'll just mirror this one and bring it to the right side. Okay, but before mirroring, plus sign your keyboard, okay, to make a duplicate without an offset, and then you go to your mirror command here and then click on mirror horizontally. Okay, then I can move this and I can actually move this by dragging that node there. Now we're going to do the same thing as the other one. Okay. So I'll make a rectangle and I'm still snapping to an object now. Okay, I'll make that black. Okay, remove the outline, right mouse click on this, and I go to my transparency tool, click and drag going down. Okay, and don't forget to make this multiply there, and then I'll just duplicate that by plus sign your keyboard, and then I'll mirror it vertically there, and I'll just grab this node and bring it down. There you go. Now we have a Polaroid collage. Very nice. Can also center this a little bit. There. Very elegant.